Welcome back to EpeStudio. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for joining the channel and thank you for watching the videos. Please stay with me every Sunday in August and maybe an extra Sunday in September to finish this project. We're creating a beautiful raglan sweater. If this is your first raglan, congratulations. We are going to continue, and this is where we left off last time. We put all the markers in place how we need them. This is our front side, and each marker of the raglan areas where the raglan will be created. In order to continue, we are going to change from a size 5 needle to a size 7 needle. So here's my size 7 in there. This is a 7 is thicker than 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my tool from the Shagoo needles. It's just a T, and I'm going to just remove one needle. So I'm going to unscrew it, put it back in my pouch, and I'm going to use this one. I'm gonna remove it from this cable. And that's how easy these needles are interchangeable. I have just a few cables. I don't have that many cables. So you want to make sure that it's tight. And then we're going to continue. I'm going to leave this one on my left side. The left side needle, this is tip number 2. The left side needle does not decide the gauge of your stitch. It's your right needle. So this is a trick for you for those that knit really tight. If you keep the needle on your left side smaller than the one that you're knitting with, it makes your work easier. It makes you be able to go a little bit faster and not fight with your stitches when you are knitting them or doing any type of work. Okay, so that's that. We exchanged the needles. Now let me get positioned and let's go over the project that I have already started. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to start doing our short rows. We're going to start from the opening part. So here's the one you and I are creating. This is the one that I have advanced. We're gonna go all the way to the front. No, not all the way to the front. I think we come to here to pass the first stitch marker. We pass here, then we turn around and go on the opposite side to go to the other marker. Okay, we pick up 2 stitches, we do our short row, then we go back, pick up 2 more stitches, short row, go back, pick up 2 stitches, short row. So we're going to be working in this pattern to grow the back. And the back, like I explained in the last video, is to make sure that your sweater sits higher from the back and lower from the front so it can have a better fitting and your sweater doesn't pull back. So that's your sweater right there. Short rows are not that complicated, but for some people, they can be complicated. So let's go ahead and start. Okay, I pull the cable on my needle so I can have space to work on this side. One more thing I gotta tell you. In this episode, you're going to learn how to make one left, M1L. That is the code to learn how to make an increase to the left. So at every stitch marker where your kanesu increases, you're going to be making M1L at the same time that you are doing the short row. If you think you won't be able to see the short row, have stitch markers ready so you can put it in your first short row turn. Okay, let's go ahead and start. we already knitted one stitch of this round. We are going to knit 2 more. One and 2. Okay. For this pattern, for this sweater, you're going to have 4 stitches before the marker, 4 on this side and 4 on that side. Right after the 4th stitch that you knit, you're going to make 1 left. So let's pay attention here. Make 1 left is simple, but for those of you that it's the first time, just look at the video, look at what we do. All you're going to do is lift up that yarn right from below and put it on top of your left needle. That's all you're doing. I'm sorry. Yes, you're going to lift it. If you lift it this way, this is called the right. Make 1 right. We're making 1 left. So I'm going to pick it up and put it on top of the needle. Do you see the difference? The leg is facing me on the left, and on the right is facing is towards this side. So those 2 techniques are used very much to make sweaters. So make 1 left, put it on top, and all you're going to do is pick up, you're going to knit it from the back loop. You see this? It's like a twisted stitch. You put your needle towards the back, you hold it with your finger. Hold it with your finger, open the stitch, grab the yarn, pull it through. You see, it's a little bit twisted, and that's what you want. Okay, so there you already made your first increase for the raglan part. See how we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we added, make 1 left, and we continue knitting all the way to the marker. Right before this marker, 4 stitches before, we're going to make another make 1 left. So if you memorize this way, you're never going to miss the stitch. We have 4 before the marker. We're going to make 1 left. We lift it and put it on top of the needle. Give yourself space and go in a crisscross manner. Pick up the stitch from the back. Do you see that? Hold it, grab some yarn, and pull it through. If it might be hard for beginners, but if you position your needle and stretch the stitch, you will be fine. Now keep knitting. Pass the marker. Knit 4 after the marker and do your make 1 left. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I need more space, so I need to give myself more cable. If I had the other bigger cable, I will have more space, but I have it in another project. Okay, here's our marker. We knitted 4. Now make 1 left. Lift, put it on top, hold your stitch from before and go behind to grab that stitch, grab some yarn, pull it through. There you go. If you grab the yarn, split it, fix it. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the make one left. Now you're going to knit two more stitches. That was one. See, this is our front. So we knitted one more stitch. And now we're going to do that short row. Okay, here's the first short row. So we added our raglan increase, knit one. Now you're going to turn. Now we're in the back, in the reverse of the garment. Pass the stitch to your right needle, the stitch you just knitted, and you're going to pull your work back, creating these two legs. These two legs is one stitch. Now you're going to purl all the way back to here. So try to keep it in the back. You're going to bring that yarn to the front to make that purl. Did you see that? I'll do it again for you. I'm going to undo it. Knit one more after you make one left. Turn your work. And this is your first raglan, your first short row. Pass that stitch back to the right needle. Pull the yarn back until you see those two little legs. Hold it with your fingers. You feel that little bump. And bring the yarn to the front, because it has to be in the front for you to start purling going the other way. Purl. And there you go. You have completed your first short row stitch. So I'm just going to put this here for you to remember. You can do the same. Even though it's in the reverse side, that's fine. You'll still be able to see it. You can put it in the front too. You should be able to touch the bottom of this and feel that bump. Do you see that? That little bump? And those two legs is one stitch. So we're going to keep purling so we can go back on the reverse side the other way. Pass your marker, and they have crisscrossed each other. Keep purling. We are going back. Once your work grows a little bit more, because you're growing at each marker, you won't have to deal with this. It'll just keep increasing. So we are not increasing in the raglan side on the reverse. We are only increasing the raglan on the front, on the right side. We're almost at the beginning. See how we have to do the raglan, but we only do the raglan in the beginning, in the front side, which is on this side. Okay, this is the front of the work. So we're to continue. You're going to pass, keep purling, and you're going to pass. We're purling. Just give your work a little check. I'm gonna remove this marker because it's bothering me. So this is our front. I'm almost to the next marker. Pass your marker.
I have twice as many outfits to plan. My overpacking has reached new levels. Verizon's different too. They let everyone in my family choose whatever plan they want.
Okay, now take a look at your work. You have passed 4 after your marker. So I'm here. I need to keep knitting until I get past here. Okay, and then we'll do our short row. So we're almost there. Remember, we're purling on the wrong side of the garment. Pass this last marker for the raglan. And purl 4. And purl 1 more, because that will be our raglan. So here we go. Here we are. Here's our first short row turn. We did it and then we went back. Now we're purling on the back, and we purl 4 past the raglan marker, and we purl 1 more. So now we're going to turn our work. We're going to lift that stitch. We're going to turn our work. We're going to lift it. Okay. Okay, pass the last stitch to your right needle. Now you're going to pull the yarn forward so you can see like the 2 little legs. And the yarn has to be on the back of your needle, of your left needle, so we can knit. So we're going to knit. You see? There we go. We created our raglan stitch. We're pulling it. Don't be afraid to pull it back so you can see those 2 little legs. And you're going to don't knit yet because we have to do the increase. Remember that before the marker we have to do make 1 left. So we hold the raglan and we're going to bring that little yarn from the stitch below, bring it and put it on top. If this is hard for you, you can knit 1 more stitch so you don't have to hold the yarn. Okay? So if this is hard, becoming hard, holding the yarn back and knit it 1, make 1 left, I totally understand. If you don't want to do it, then you can just knit 1 more stitch so you are far from your raglan. See? There's the bump. There's the 2 little legs. We made the increase for the raglan because we have 4 stitches before the marker. You need to make 1 left. There's make 1 left. And now you're just going to knit until you pass 4 stitches after your marker. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we need to make 1 left. How do we make 1 left? Grab, put it on top of your needle, and knit it from the back. See? Grab some yarn and pull it through. There it is. Keep knitting 4 stitches before your marker. One more. Okay, we have 4 stitches before the marker. Make 1 left. I'm sorry, I need more space here. Okay, we're going to take that, make 1 left from the back. See how it's crisscross? I put my needle, grab some yarn, and pull it through. knit your 4 stitches, pass the marker, knit 4 more stitches, three and 4, and make one left. The yarn split on me, so I fix it. And now you're going to keep knitting all the way until you get to the front. Always knitting, make one left before the marker, make one left after 4 stitches after the marker, and you're gonna go to the front all the way until you get to the front, which is right here. And you're going to pass the first raglan turn, which is right here. Pass one more stitch and do your raglan turn again. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's keep knitting to our next marker until we have 4 stitches before the next marker. You have to be patient with this, with the beginning of making a raglan sweater. Because if you're not, if you go really fast, you might miss one of the make one left or a raglan turn. And I'm gonna tell you, when we were making this sweater and I was showing my friend how to do it, she kept missing her stitches, and I think she had to do it like twice. See, make one left, knit 4, keep knitting 4. So I'm gonna see if I can make a video with her and attach it to the last video of this series so you can see her trials and tribulations. Okay, 3, 4, make one left, knit it from the back. Okay, keep knitting until your next stitch marker, and you're gonna, until 4 stitches from your next marker, and you're going to do another make one left. Oop, knitted too many. You see how easy it is to make a mistake? You undo it, you put the stitches back. I'm gonna give me more space by pulling the cable. See how that gives me more space? I have more stitches to work with. Okay, I'm exactly at 4 stitches before the marker. Make one left. Keep knitting until you pass 4 stitches after the marker. Pass your marker, knit 4, one, 2, 3, 4, and now make one left. Do I have 4? 2, 3, 4. I do have 4. Make one left. How interesting. It seems like I have a stitch already there. Okay, make one left, lift the yarn, knit it from the back, knit the next stitch, and we have come across a raglan stitch. Do you see that? See how it's two legs? And there's like a little bump right there. All we do is knit those two together because it shows like it has two legs, but it's one stitch. And all you're gonna do is knit it together. And you have resolved that turn. Now you're gonna knit one more. Now you're going to turn your work. You're going to pass that stitch to your right hand needle, and you're going to pull the yarn so you can have those two little legs. Okay, as you hold it down, bring your yarn to the front of your left needle so you can start purling. I'm going to purl, purl all the way back. Okay, let me show you where we are. Okay, we're right here. So here's our front. We just resolved the first raglan turn. We knitted and we knitted one more stitch. Then we turn our work to go the opposite way. Now we're on the reverse side and we're going to purl. We're going this way. We're going to purl until we get to the next raglan turn, which is like right here. So we're going this way and we're going to come here. On the reverse, you do not make one left. You do not. You just keep purling. So go ahead and purl until you get, and I will meet you until we get to the little bump of our raglan, which is about here. So you're going this way. It's about there. So see you there. Okay, we have come to the other side where we have the short row turn. And if I touch it, I feel the little bump. So this is the front. I don't know if you can see it. It's like right there. Okay, but because we're working on the reverse side of the work, on the wrong side, we're going to knit the next stitch. I'm sorry, purl the next stitch that is next to the short row stitch. And we're going to purl it. You see it? Those two little legs is the short row. So you bring your yarn to the front, you grab the two legs and you purl it. There it is. And you have resolved the purl stitch, I'm sorry, the short row stitch that you created on the round before. Now you're going to purl one more stitch and you're going to turn your work. So this is where we are. Now we're going to go the other way. If you noticed, we have more rows on the back than the front. Hope you can see. I know this is dark yarn. Maybe I should have done this with lighter yarn. If you want to see this on lighter yarn, please leave me a comment and I'll do it for you. See how this is, we have more stitches here than here. Okay. Now, pick up your work, turn your work, make sure that you have your stitches. Okay, you're going to pass that stitch back to your right side needle, bring the yarn to the front, pulling it, creating those two little legs. See that? Push it in. Hold it with your fingers. You want the yarn on the back of your left needle to start knitting. Okay, the yarn is in the back, and go ahead and knit. You're going to knit until 4 stitches before the marker, so you can do, you make one left. See, we got 2, 4. Now you're gonna do make one left, put it on top of your needle, position your fingers, knit it through the back. There you go. Move the camera a little bit backwards. Okay, keep knitting until you knit 4 stitches past the marker. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna make one left. Make one left is what creates your raglan increases. You're increasing 1 stitch in the right side in every row. 1 stitch at each side of the marker. Keep knitting until 4 stitches before your next marker. Couple more. 1 more. Okay, 4 stitches before the marker, make one left. Pass the marker, knit 4. Give myself some more space. So what do we do here? We knitted 4, knit 4. Now, yes, make one left. Keep knitting until 4 stitches before the next marker. I dropped my yarn. 1 second, I dropped my yarn. Okay. Keep knitting until 4 stitches before your marker, and you're gonna make one left. M1L. Let's see. One more. One, two, three, 4. Now we're going to make one left. knit the stitch through the back so it can get twisted. Knit 4, pass your marker, knit 4, 3, 4, make one left, you knit it through the back, knit until 4 stitches before your next marker. Uh-oh, my stitches came out. Let me fix that first. There we go. We're getting close to the front. Knit until 4 stitches before the marker. Make one left. Knit it from the back. Keep knitting. Pass your marker. Knit 4. Make one left. Knit that from the back. That's your make one left. Looks like a twisted stitch. Knit 1, 2, and look, you see that, how it looks? See that bump? That's your short row turn. So we're gonna need the next stitch. Now we are at the short row turn. We're going to grab it and we're going to knit those 2 little legs together. I need more space here. There you go. Knit 1 more. And you're going to, this is what it looks like. We're growing the back. So we have about 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 turns longer in the back than the front. Okay, so we turn the work and we are going to make, we're now on the reverse side, on the wrong side. We're going to pass that last knitted stitch to your right needle, to your right hand. You're gonna pull it backwards, pull back. And you're going to bring the yarn to the front on your left needle and you're going to purl. Purl all the way to the other side and you will be able to find the next short row stitch and resolve it. Resolve it just means that you're going to, if you're in the wrong side, if you find it, you're going to purl. If you're on the right side, you're going to knit it. That's all that means, okay? So keep purling all the way until you get to the front. Here, right before your short row turn, which is right here. See those 2 little legs together? Right there. Right there. So I'll meet you a couple stitches before the short row turn, okay? Okay, we're one stitch away from the raglan, from the short row turn, which is right there. See that little bump? So let's go ahead and purl that stitch. Now we have the raglan turn. You're going to purl it. So make sure that you grab the two little legs and you purl it. See? There we go. Purl one more stitch. And that's where we are. We are at the front. And look, the raglan has increased. Your sweater has increased, almost as big as my cable now. We are increasing at each side of the shoulder. Increase, increase on each side, each side, each side, and the short rows at the front. So your work is looking good. You're having space in the back, longer than the front, okay? So we purl one more stitch. Now we're going to turn the work. You're going to pass that last stitch to your right hand needle, and you're going to make it come to the front just by pulling the yarn. See? Make it come to the front, and that happens. If you want to make your yarn tighter, see? Come to the front. Keep the yarn on the back so we can start knitting. So hold your short row stitch down and start knitting going the other way. So we are doing excellent. We are going the other way. And what happens before your next stitch marker? 4 stitches before the marker, we do what? M1L, make one left. See, I did that without any words, so you can concentrate better. Okay, keep knitting until you pass your marker. Pass the marker. Why is this stuck? There we go. Knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give yourself some more space. So we knit 4 right after the marker. Now we're going to make one left and knit it from the back. There it is. Keep knitting until you have 4 stitches before the next marker. Here we go. 4 stitches before the marker. We're going to make one left. And we're going to knit it through the back. This is not as difficult as you think. Making one right is very hard. But once you get the idea, you're fine. Okay, pass the marker, knit 4, and make one left. But let me get more cable here, more space. Okay, we knitted 4, pass the marker, make one left, put your needle through the back, grab some yarn, pull it through, just make sure it doesn't split. There you go. Okay, keep knitting until your next marker, 4 stitches before your next marker. Four stitches before the marker, make one left. Keep knitting until 4 stitches after your marker. Pass your marker. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make one left right after you knitted 4 stitches after your marker. Knit the stitch from the back. Why is it that some are very easy and some are not as easy? I think I dropped a stitch. One second, I did. There. We are fixing it. There we go. Okay. Knit until 4 stitches before your next marker. See how your work has grown? This is your front. This is your back. You see that you have about 1 inch of growth on the back and almost nothing on the front, just a little bit on the sides. So that's what you want. That's what creating German short rows is. There's another method also to creating short rows, which is called WTR, wrap and turn. Okay, so we're here. So let's go ahead and continue. Okay, so we need to do our short row stitch. So we pull it back so we can create 2 stitches on the right hand needle and bring the yarn to the front of your left needle because we're going to start purling. We're going back around on the wrong side row. And then you're going to purl all the way to the other side. So go ahead and keep purling all the way until you get to the front again, until you find your short row stitch, and wait for me there and I will resolve it with you. Okay, we have come to the short row stitch turn. And if you can see, it's right there. You can feel it with your finger. So we have one more stitch to do before we resolve that stitch. So there's the stitch, and all you're going to do is grab the two little legs together and purl it. And there, we have resolved that stitch. You're going to purl one more, and then you're going to turn your work, and then you're going to start all over again. You're going to start knitting from here all the way here. See how we're almost done creating short rows because we only have about 8 stitches. We're going to finish leaving 2 stitches undone. Okay, so we got 3 on this side and 3 on this side. Okay, and what do? We pass the last stitch that we knitted, we pass it to the right needle, and we pull forward the yarn to create like 2 little legs. See? Now you need to put your yarn on the back of your left needle to start knitting. So we're going to knit all the way to 4 stitches before the next marker. We're exactly there, 2, 4, and we're going to do a make one left. There. You're going to knit all the way to 4 stitches after your marker. Okay, 4, double check. And by making this increases, you're creating your raglan sleeve. Remember, you're knitting from the back when you twist that stitch. And you're going to keep doing the same till you get to the next marker. So I'm going to do the next one together and then finish the round by yourself until you come close to the next raglan stitch, which is right here. Okay, one more together, one more marker together, and then I will let you do it by yourself. Four stitches before your marker to do your raglan. One more. There, 4 stitches. Lift the yarn, put it on your left needle, and knit that increase from the back. And then you end up with a twisted stitch, which is, that's what we want. Knit those 4 stitches, pass your marker, knit 4 more stitches, 4 after your marker and do the same thing. Do your raglan increase. Make one left. Lift your yarn, put it on top of your left needle. Position your needle in the back of that stitch. Pull the yarn through and there. Okay. You're going to keep doing this when you get to your next marker and the next marker until you're at the front. So we are here. We just finished the raglan increase here. You're going to come here and do the raglan increase here. And then you're going to do another raglan increase here. 4 stitches before, 4 stitches after. Then I'll meet you here at the next short row stitch turn. Okay? Okay, we have knitted from this side all the way to here. We're 3 stitches away from the short row turn, and you can see the stitch right there. You see that little bump right here. So let's go ahead and do it together. Knit 3 stitches before we get there. Okay, we are at the raglan stitch, at the short row stitch, and all you're going to do, you're going to knit it as one. So make sure you grab both legs and you're going to knit it, and it will show like this. You will end up with, okay, you're going to knit one more. See how we have one here? So we're going to do 2 more short rows on each side, and we're going to end up with 2 stitches without short rows, which are these 2, and that's where we're going to finish doing the short row turns. Okay, we needed one more. Now we turn our work and we pass the last stitch to our right needle. We push the yarn forward so we can create those 2 little legs, and then bring your yarn to the front of your left needle to start purling. You're gonna purl all the way to the other side. Remember, on the wrong side of the work, we do not increase on the raglan on each side of the marker. So just purl all the way down. So I will meet you back here. Okay, my friends, we are at the short row turn stitch and we have to resolve it. So all you're going to do is grab the 2 little legs and purl it. There. You're going to purl 1 more stitch and you're going to turn. You're going to pass that last stitch to your right hand needle. You're going to bring the yarn forward to create those 2 little legs, and bring it to the back of your left needle so you can sorry about the noise, so you can start knitting back. So give it a little tug and it's right there. We're going to knit all the way until 4 stitches from the marker to do your raglan increase. So only on the right side of the garment we do the increases, okay? We're right there, 2, 4, marker. Going to do your raglan increase. Now position your needle on the back of that stitch and knit that stitch there. You're going to knit until 4 stitches after your marker. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you check that it's 4. In every round you want to check that. You're going to make your raglan increase. Make 1 left. We're only doing make 1 left. We knit it from the back and we end up with a twisted stitch. It's right there. And you're going to knit until 4 stitches to the next marker. So if you can see, you're already starting to get the shape of your raglan. So let me show you on the size large that I am making. So look at the shape of your sweater now. You already have the shape. You already have increased all the short rows on the back. This is your front. So we're doing the small size, and I'm going to move to the large size when we finish the short row turns, okay? So you're already here. You're about a little bit over an inch right here. And then we're gonna end up here, okay? So mine, I have to do this. I finished the short rows on this one. The next row will be a regular row of just either knitting or purling, and I'm not going to do any more short rows here. We're just going to be, if you notice, this is where you are. You're increasing, making this raglan shape. See how pretty this raglan shape is looking? Mine looks different because I added a different stitch right in the middle of the raglan. See? Okay, we are 1 stitch away from the short row turn stitch. Go ahead and knit that. I'm sorry about the noise, but the kitties are up and playing, running around all over the house, so you will hear them. Okay, we knitted that short row stitch. Just knit the next one, and you're ready to turn and go the opposite way. So we turn our work. We pass that last stitch that we knitted. We pass it to the right needle. We pull it back, so it creates this two little lines, and we have the yarn in the back. Because we are purling, you need the yarn in the front of your left needle. So just give it a little tug. See, it got undone. So all you have to do is do it again. Slowly. Use your fingers to hold it and start purling on the wrong side of your garment, and you're going to purl all the way until you come to the front of your garment. Okay, we're only 4 stitches away from our short row stitch turn. Let's go ahead and purl those. There's our short row turn. And all you're going to do is purl it. There. Okay, you're going to purl 1 more stitch. And you turn your work. And look, our sweater has grown, has big as my needles now. Look, this is your back. Look how beautiful it looks. Here's your raglan, and your raglan right here. You have done a great job. You only have 2 more rows to go. Let's see at the front. We only have 2 stitches here. We're gonna do this 2 has short row turns. We're gonna leave these 2. And that will complete your short row turn plus raglan increases. And then you will be done with your short rows completely. And then we're going to work increasing just your raglan to the size of your chest circumference. Okay, so let's go ahead and complete this row. So what do we do here? We pass that last stitch to your needle, to your right hand needle, and you bring the yarn forward, you pull it, then you bring the yarn backwards of the left needle to start knitting. Okay, give it a little tug and continue doing your raglan increases. Remember, 4 stitches before your marker, you're going to make a raglan increase. So 4 stitches before your raglan is your stitch, okay, your raglan increase. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. One more. We have 4. We're going to do make one left, lift it, put it on your needle, and knit that stitch through the back. You can stretch it a little. You can help yourself with your fingers. And there you go. Okay, you're going to knit until you get after you pass your marker, and you're going to knit 4 more stitches. 2, I need more space. 2, I need 2 more. 3, 4. Make your raglan increase, make one left. And you're going to knit it from the back without losing that stitch, of course. There. And continue doing the same thing. Do the same thing here, here, and here, and I will meet you at the short row turn stitch. Okay, we have come to the short row stitch turn, and we're going to resolve it. So all you do is knitting it. Basically, we have 1 more before that. See, there it is. Give it a tuck. There it is. I give myself space, give it a little tuck, and resolve it. Just knit it together. You're gonna need 1 more stitch. And see, for this side, we will be done with the short rows. When we get to the other one, we will be done with it too, okay? So on the other side, you will resolve this one and knit 1 more and turn around, and we will be done. Okay, we turn around. We position ourselves. We pass that stitch to our right needle. We push it to the back. We bring the yarn in front of your left needle to start purling. And there you go. You're on your way to completing your short row turns. So I will see you at the end of this row right here. Okay, we have come to the short row stitch, and we are going to purl it. And why is my okay, there it is. Grab the two legs. I'm sorry, I was out of screen there. Grab the two legs, and you're going to purl it, and you are done. And look, let's see how many stitches we have. We have 3. We're going to do this last one. We purl one more, we turn our work, and this is our last short row. We're going to pass that stitch to the right hand needle, bring the yarn to create those little 2 loops, and put your yarn in the back of your left needle and knit. Remember, on the right side of the garment, we do the raglan increases. 4 stitches before, you do make 1 left, 4 stitches after, make 1 left, and so on at each raglan side. So go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you at the end. Yay! We are done with the raglan short rows. Congratulations, this is the last one. Yay! So here we go. Make sure that you grab both legs and knit it. And don't worry about if you see a big hole. You're fine. And you're going to knit 1 and turn around, and you will be done. So this is our last row. We're going to celebrate. So here we are. You have completed your German short rows, and look how beautiful your raglan sweater is looking. See if I can make it bigger. There we go. You have your raglan increases, make 1 left, make 1 left, make 1 left, my left. So you have increased and you have done your short rows. You have completed this video, and we are going to move to our next video next week, and we are going to keep growing our garment to the bust line until you see that it fits you. Once you know that it fits you, we will try it on, and we will decide how much we need to keep knitting, or if we need to stop there for our arm length. I cannot tell you to go ahead and knit increasing at each side of the raglan for 30 more rows or 40 more rows or 50, because it will depend on how tall you are and where you want it to sit on your bust. So we will increase it, and then we will try it on. Okay, so you're making it to your shape, to your size. If we need to keep going some more rows so it can sit you well on your bust line, then we will do that. Okay, thank you very much, and we will see you next Sunday. Blessings to you all.